Welcome to episode 6. I'm keeping that in. Keeping it in. I got the mic on. Look at that. My daughter got me this and I haven't been able to use it because I didn't know how to record myself on the laptop and I figured out a way. Thanks for advice. If you are a podcaster and you come across my podcast, ways to record, comment down below. I actually recorded an episode and then I clicked the stop button and to my likeness, it didn't record. But now it's recording because I figured it out. I'm telling you every episode. I'm gonna tell you I'm a work in progress. I'm gonna get it down someday. Until then, hey. Life update. For the first time in 2 years, I went to see my oncologist. No. Oh my god. OBGYN. I finally saw my OBGYN. The last time I went, he said get a mammogram and the rest is history. So this time my insurance actually they do like a wellness check. And they were like, so when was the last time? They're the ones who told me go see your physical doctor. When was the last time you went and saw your OBGYN? And I was like, oh, it's time, huh? So I finally went. I finally saw him. He talked about, first thing he came in, he's like, oh, I'm so happy to see you. I'm like, do you really remember me though? It's been 2 years. But it feels good when they walk in and they make it seem like they remember you. I love that. So he sat down. He's like, what questions you got for me? Because you've been through a lot. What's up? So I said, well, I'm going to be honest. How can I not feel menopausal anymore? That's the perfect way for me to say it. How can I not feel menopausal at 40? I'm 40. I should not feel tired and fatigued. I should not feel like an old woman who is like 85 years old. And that's what I feel like because I feel like my mom got more energy than me. She got the pizzazz more than me. Like, more power to my mom. She's like an amazing human being. But I, at 40, am medically menopaused because the cancer I had was hormone driven. So right now I'm on medication that makes me get no hormones, no estrogen. So it's harder not only for me to lose weight, but it's harder for me to feel sexy. It's harder for me to push myself because of my joint pain. It is harder for me to just feel, I'll say it, I fucking feel non-sexy. I look it, I can put an outfit on, I feel great, but I don't feel sexy. Like I just will look good, feel good, but then it's like, ugh. I feel like, okay, I can go to bed now. Good night. And I have an amazing husband because he'll look at me like I'm beautiful. I've always will say that till the end of time. This man looked at me at my palest, no hair looking self. And this man looked at me like I was the most gorgeous person in the world. I don't know if you guys are hearing, but there's someone who's doing unnecessary sawing outside, and it's like, yo, I'm recording. So yeah, I had a whole conversation with my doctor. He's given me resources. He said I can go on other medication. I refuse to go on those medications because I don't want to go on another medication. So if I can do these stuff the natural way, I would prefer to do it the natural way. I don't want to try and go on another birth control, or he's mentioned Ozempic. I'm not going on that shit. Like, come on. There has to be a point of time in our lives that we had to like do things more natural. So that's where I'm at. Um, but it makes me feel bad, like sad in a way, because I don't have anyone that is 40 years old that can relate. I don't have anyone that I can call up and be like, girl, I've had another hot flash. There's no one that I can call and be like, girl, I got a mood swing going. Like everyone who's my age and I talk to, in my eye, has a normal life. And even if they're going through something, they're not going to say it because it's like, why should I tell you what I'm going through? Or why should I tell anyone what I'm going through? And it sucks when I feel alone. It sucks when it's like I can talk and there's no one that can relate. So here I am giving you my feelings because it sucks. It really sucks to feel alone. Like, I wish I had a friend that, no, I don't wish anyone to go through what I'm going through, but I wish that I had someone that was like, girl, I got hot flashes, and I'd be like, yes, me too. What are you taking for it? What are you doing for it? But I got nobody. So I'm in this world by myself. Well, that's what I feel. I feel like I'm by myself in this shit. So if anyone that's watching and is going through menopause, you got tips like what should I be buying? What should I do? Let me know. Give me a comment. So other than that, my OBGYN appointment went great. Um, I did do my mammogram. That go back in 6 months for my right side. However, my left side, I have to go back in 3 months for a sonogram. They found a lymph node and they're monitoring it. Right now, it's nothing for me to worry about. Right now, the doctors don't seem concerned. It can disappear. It can, as I explained on my last episode, on my last episode, I'm like, shut the fuck up. On my last episode, I've explained that lymph nodes, if they do appear, they're fighting an infection, so that can be an option as what's going on. They told me it's nothing to worry about. They're just gonna monitor it. So I'll let you know in 3 months how that goes. Um, in all honesty, I haven't really, I haven't told my husband, so he's either gonna find out right now watching it, or I'm just gonna be smart and tell him before I post this. Honestly, I don't want to worry him. I don't want to worry my daughter. So it's like, I don't want to say it, but I've been an open book with you guys. So as I'm gonna tell you guys. I might as well tell him. So by then he'll. And if you're finding out through watching this, I'm sorry, but there's honestly nothing to worry about. So that's really why I'm not like gonna have a sit down and tell you. Um, Appointments. I don't have anything else. I go for my regular shot that helps with the menopause. That gives me the menopause. I have that this week. And then next week I have a break. And then the following week I have a dermatologist appointment because I have a little bit of like eczema related issue. So I'm going to go do that. And right now my main focus is on real estate. I have my real estate exam in 2 weeks. So I am like focused. I'm watching TikToks. I'm joining lives, TikTok lives on past real estate agents that are helping with the questions. I'm doing Quizlets. I'm going back on the course, rereading. Any little thing that can help. I'm doing that right now. So the next episode, you guys will be hearing about my if I pass or I failed again. But I think it's time at my next episode to talk about the real estate and why it's become a passion of mine and why I'm determined to pass and eventually get my real estate license. So I'm excited to talk about that. But I want to go back as to this reason of being open about going through menopause and some blood work being post-menopause and talk about why I do talk about what I'm talking about. I'm going to be honest, I'm not proud of my last episode. I understand sometimes I should be off track with stuff. It's nice to talk about things of like what you're watching, what's viral, and I wasn't proud that my whole episode, the last episode, being about what I'm watching. Because, in all honesty, I did it to see if I'll get more people interested in watching this podcast instead of talking about what's up or gearing towards why I came out with Perfectly Imperfect. I shouldn't try to be a people pleaser. I should be myself and gear this podcast to what I want it to be. Topics that are not perfect and how we get through imperfect situations, or how do we live a non-perfect lifestyle, or being okay with not being perfect, or why do we need to keep up with the Joneses? And if you don't know what I mean, you need to Google it. But why do we have to keep up with the standards of living, posting, showing off this lifestyle where in reality, god damn, we are trying to like survive on like how to buy groceries for under $200. How are we able to go out to dinner on a budget? How are we able to like give our kids what we want, what they want, not what we want, but what they want? You know, for instance, my kid wants, she's like, I'm growing out of my clothes. I want new stuff. And I'm like, it's not easy to like go shopping anymore because, and here's the statistics that my husband brought up to me the other night. About 6 years ago, 5 years ago, 6, 7 years ago, the money that we were making then, we were living more of an extravagant lifestyle. We were going out to dinner Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We were able to go to the mall and just buy things that we wanted instead of what we needed. We were able to go and grocery shop and buy stuff that, oh shoot, I want this. Oh my god, this is items not on sale, but it's like $3. All right, I'll buy it. Now you go to the grocery store. I'm sticking to, and mind you, we're making double the money. We have investments. We have so many things, and that I'll talk about next episode. But we're making more money now. We're making double the money. Double the money. And we're basically, I'm going to the grocery store sticking to a list, not buying the stuff that I want, but the stuff that we need. We go out now as a family, the three of us. The last time we had a family dinner, like we went out to dinner to eat, was over a month ago. Wait, yeah, 3 weeks ago. 3 weeks ago, to be exact. As this is going to be posted, it's going to be a month ago. So, us as a family, and this is minusing me. By the way, if I go, we do takeouts once a week. I used to do 2, and I cut it down to once a week. As a family, takeout once a week for me and my daughter in another week. So for the three of us to have a takeout, it's every other week. And that's cutting corners, because ordering food from a restaurant now, it's like what used to feed three of us $100 is now like $250. And that includes getting a bottle of wine, an appetizer, our own individual entrees, and dessert is like about $200. You have to put in tip. Tip is not like cheap anymore. Can't give what you want. Now the freaking thing says 20, 25, 30%. I mean, so it's like, so it's different. Although we're making more money, we're budgeting a whole lot more. So when she's going to me like, oh mom, I growing out of my clothes, I'm like, great, where the hell do we shop at to like get affordable clothes? Or where can we go? Because if we go to the mall, we're going to 10 stores, it's going to add up. And it's like, but how do we go on a family vacation? And vacations are very important now, because that's when we clear our heads. It's this day and age, it is hard to enjoy life with being on a budget. So it's very crazy to like try to live it up, because it's like you really gotta, nothing's going down, everything's going up, except even if you get a raise, it's like, yeah, but the groceries or trying to do a weekend getaway is even like costly. It's like, god damn. But for our kid, we try to make it work. Like, she wants something, it's like, all right, I'll sacrifice. However, I don't really sacrifice, because if anyone has gone on, however, my TikTok is geared towards all food related. What I cook, what's trending, what I buy, and I try it for TikTok. So like right now I have the by the time it'll be after Easter by the time this post, but I have a video coming up with me trying the Cadbury eggs and Lindt eggs. Or I go to the grocery store and I'm buying different types of genres of candy and snacks and trying that. This shit still adds up. I go to Five Below to buy the candies to like try sour stuff, and it's like I'm paying $70 and I'm only getting like 50 views, but in hopes that one day I go viral. You know? It's this is life. It's like how? But then you see people on social media like having all these kind of beautiful things, and you're like, how are you getting it? It's a whole nother story. And I even lost track of what I was talking about. Oh my gosh. But listen, we're doing it. We're doing the best we can. If you can do overtime, power to you. Do it. Right now, I'm trying to create something for myself, and that'll be in a couple episodes. So stay tuned for all that. Um, damn, I spoke a lot. I feel like I let it go, but I'm proud because this is what I want. This is what I want my podcast to be. I don't want it to be based on what I watched or what's trending and stuff like that. I want it to be on perfectly imperfect situations and how do we handle it and how is it okay to live an imperfect lifestyle and be okay with it and just know you're not the only one that's not perfect. We're all not perfect, but yet we portray ourselves to be. So I'm happy with my conversation. I'm happy with this episode. I really am. I'm gonna keep saying that with every goddamn episode. I'm happy with it. No, but I am. There's a couple more minutes. I don't want to overly talk here, but I thought I'd just do a top 5 things cancer or someone going through something that we don't want to hear. And I'm going to wing it, but it's in my mind, so I'm going to go with it. My top number 5. Number 5. This is what I don't want to hear. What we don't realistically want to hear. If you need anything, give us a call. So, if you need help, call. Or let me know. We don't want to hear that. Action speaks louder than words. Just do it. Just call or text and say, hey, I'm coming over. Hey, you know what? I want to take you to infusion. Hey, I want to bring you dinner. Hey, I want to bring you breakfast. Hey, I want to come watch a show with you and keep you company. Don't say if you need help to call because you're not getting that call. We're busy fighting. The last thing in our head is calling Tom, Dick, and Harry for help. We don't want to hear it. Number 4. Don't tell me I'm strong. I know I'm strong. We don't want to hear that we're strong. We don't want to hear you're a fighter. We know it. We weren't chosen. We were chosen to fight a battle and win the shit. But we don't want to hear we're strong. We got no choice. We have to be strong. But we don't need you to tell us that we're strong. We know it. Number 3. Oh, should I save for number 2? Number 3. We don't want to know what we look like. So if we look sick, don't tell us because we know it. We're sick. When we're diagnosed with something or when we're going through a loss or something, we don't want to hear, hey, you want to take a shower? Or, hey, you look a little pale. You want to put some makeup on? No, I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear what I look like. I know what I look like. I own a mirror. Number 2 kind of corresponds with number 3. We don't want to hear about our hair. We don't want to hear it. We don't want to hear that your hair is growing back thicker or your hair, oh my God, you have hair. Yeah, I see it. Or don't tell me, no offense. And yeah, this is going to be a little personal, but I don't want to hear about straightness and curliness and like, listen, I'm going to look how the way I want to look because, listen, there was at a point where I looked like crap. So let me continue to look like crap. All I will say now, I've learned that I needed to buy products and stuff. So, but let me realize it. Don't tell me what I need and I don't need. I don't need to also, we don't need, but hey, what I don't need, oh, you look healthier now that you have hair. I needed hair to look healthy? Hey, no. Mm-mm. This is the top one. Because this really kind of stuck a nerve on me. I don't want to hear that I'm cured. Anyone that's going through cancer, we don't want to hear that we're cured because we still have appointments. We're not, just because we are cancer free does not mean we are cancer cured. There's no cure for cancer. There's none. And I hope to be alive to hear that one day, that there is a cure. But there is no cure. So just because I am cancer free does not mean that it's not going to come back. Because it can come back. And it can come back in different forms and different types. So do not tell me that because I'm cancer free that I'm cured. And I've heard that recently. And that is why I'm bringing that up. I'm not cancer cured. No one is. No one. And we don't want to hear it. We don't. And that is why I put that as my number 1. So because, I'm going to repeat it again, because we are cancer free, does that mean that it'll never come back? It just means we are on break. And if we don't do our appointments and our checkups and follow-ups and do all kinds of tests and don't stay on our medications, it can come back. The medications, the appointments, the follow-ups, that just helps with preventing going back on that chemo chair. But we are not cured. And I need to make that clear. That did really struck a nerve. That, and when anyone talks about my hair or tells me, you know what, you can get a trim, or you need to shave your legs, or you need to, your arms are hairy. Listen, there was a point of time when I had none of it. So let me enjoy that it came back. Let me just enjoy that moment. But it doesn't struck a nerve until someone tells me, you're cured. You're not cured. There's no cure for cancer. There's none. So with that being said, I really hope you guys enjoy. Next episode, we're going all in with the real estate. That is our next topic. So with that being said, we got this. We do. Until next time, Please like, comment, subscribe. Perfectly imperfect. I will have a sign up somewhere. She's on the floor. There you go. There we go. Until next time, we got this. I'm trying to hide my logo shirt. I like this for working out. But we got this.